G'day, Spark Miller here, and welcome back to our McLaren Motorsport Manager F1 2021 Manager Mod Save Season 2. Welcome to today's second video. I hope you're still having an amazing day/night. Today we've got the Red Bull Ring. It was back-to-back with Paul Ricard last time out, so nice and quick turnaround. Firstly, I just want to say, if you're enjoying the series, make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing if you're not already, and comment down below your thoughts, feedback, suggestions, and you'll be featured in the next videos tomorrow. Okay, so to kick things off, Lando Norris has come out and said he wants his mechanic fired, Hugh Bird, which, if you follow Season 1, you'll know that I'm not going to do that, because he's got not only sweeter spots which helps qualifying, but light for the soft tires. You know how rare that is? So no, Lando Norris can lose 20 morale. There's no way I'm firing him. He's like a unicorn with that light footed soft tires. If he didn't have that, Lando would not be able to win as many races as he does. So we worked on the performance of the suspension a little bit, just to get up to that 1560, so that's now best on grid. Now we're just working on the performance of the gearbox for 2 days before the Grand Prix, and then hopefully later on we can work on that new rear wing as well. Right, welcome to the Red Bull Ring. Today we've got qualifying, of course. We've been looking on pace, pretty fast on pace, to be honest, this weekend, so I'm expecting quite a comfortable one. But you never know what can happen in motorsport. That's the beauty of it. So we'll go in with high expectations and hopefully won't be disappointed. But let's send out the boys. I think it's only going to be 2 runs, but we might be able to squeeze in a 3rd run. Nah, definitely not. A 140 is too long, so we're going to be able to do a comfortable 2 runs. Send them out. We'll do one on each tire compound. Try and get the fastest possible. Especially Ricciardo. He seems to have quite the liking of the soft tire in qualifying. I tried to use different terminology and I don't think it worked at all, but we're actually not going to be on pole as things stand, and we're not going to be able to come in for another run. So just as I was talking about a comfortable weekend, we're not even going to be on pole position. Max Verstappen's going to be on pole. We're going to follow in 2nd and 3rd, and hopefully Norris can have a good start for once. Alright, race day. There's work to be done for sure. A lot of work. So race trim, light footage, straight onto it. Come on, Norris, we need a big start from you today. I have a feeling we're not going to get it, but we can ask for it. Overtake, push, start race. Come on, lads. We want to see a slingshot start. Russell's actually out-qualified Hamilton as well, which is quite unusual, but we'll see what we can do here. And it's a great start from Ricciardo, who always just has a rocketing start. We'll switch on board with him as he gets his teammate and gets around the outside of Verstappen onto the inside and takes over 1st place. And Norris again drops back in the field, and it's not a great start from Norris yet again. I said 50-50, but it's looking more like 75-25, isn't it? He's not having a good start to these races, but Ricciardo is well and truly through from 3rd place on the grid to 1st by half a second. So an awesome start to the race for him. We're going to look to sort of calm down on both aspects of Lando's car, because he's back in the pack now anyway. He's going to get comfortable down there. But Ricciardo's, we're going to try and use as many resources as possible to pull away from Max Verstappen here, as he's now a whole 2nd clear, and it could be a comfortable race for Ricciardo as things stand. Now there is quite a few pit stops to go because there's 70 laps and the tyre wear is quite brutal around here. So I'd say we're still in a comfortable position with Lando. Despite him being down the field, I think he can still come back and come easily 2nd, and maybe even challenge Daniel Ricciardo. Looks to conserve the tyres a bit now because they're underheating anyway, so look after them, try and get this one stop across the line, because they last about 40 laps around here, the soft tyre. So about 49 laps, 48, slowly working our way down. We've got quite a bit of fuel to use as well, so we'll look to use a bit of fuel to power away from Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton, Russell, as Ricciardo's still in the lead of this race, but Lando is starting to chop into that gap quite a bit, so it's going to be interesting to see if we have another finale towards the end of this Grand Prix. Alright, time to bring the 2 lads in, and I haven't rearranged the pit crew. I sort of forgot, so as you can see that rating is now jumped up to 15% from, is it 15? Yeah, 15% up from 9% last time out, so the chance of us getting 2 mistakes here are quite high, so hopefully it doesn't affect our running in this race, because it didn't really last time. That's because we didn't have that much of a competition. But no, Ricciardo gets a good stop. Now it's going to be up to Lando to get a good stop. Pit him in. And Daniel Ricciardo is actually going to come out in first place despite pitting. That is quite bizarre. Lando has a good pit stop as well, so we're all back out on track, looking good. We're going to go on high engine mode, got plenty of fuel to use, and we could have a bit of a showdown come the end of this race with just 25 laps to go and 6-second gap between the two lads. Alright, so 3 laps to go here. We're going to go all out, 4 seconds between them. They're going to have full resources available to them, go as hard as they want. They're leading the race by almost 40 seconds, which is quite the gap. And we've missed a win, but Daniel Ricciardo wins. And those 3 laps went so quickly, I actually can't believe that. And that is another one for Ricciardo. I think that's 3 wins for him now, and that gap in the championship is going to go down quite a bit. That being said, I think Lando's start to the season is quite a factor in the point difference. And see there, Lando gets fastest lap as well. No one's cheating this season so far, but we're going to go there, get back for the confetti, and as you can see there, this time we've got Verstappen being the guest sort of driver on the podium. Ricciardo top step, Lando Norris back on the second step. He's starting to make that second step his own, to be honest, with Ricciardo in the picture, but as you can see, they've still got 28 points gap at the top of the championship, so it's still all to play for between our 2 lads. Alright, so a bit of race reaction here. We've got, wow, 1-2, that has got to be a dream weekend for you. What was the secret? I perfected the strategy, I'll take credit for it. No one gets upset when I take credit for it. All morale's already 100%, so I may as well take a bit of the limelight there. So yeah, Daniel Ricciardo makes it 2 in a row, as you can see there. 8 wins between our lads. Mercedes was just 1 with Hamilton. Even in that race, we still got 2nd and 3rd and only lost 1 point in the championship. So quite the dominant season so far. We knew it would be. That's why I said I'm going to race through the 2nd season. I know it's not always the most entertaining, but I am trying to make it a bit interesting between the 2 drivers. Maybe we can meddle a little bit with the save game editor and boost up some of the other cars. But as you can see, there are 2 boys have been on the podium. Apart from Ricciardo, had a bit of a off the podium run, of course, in Portugal and Spain. That's probably where he lost a lot of the championship points to Ricciardo. If you're interested in when, because it does seem like there's quite a bit of gap between our boys, especially when there's only like 7 points between 1st and 2nd, and of course Norris got the fastest lap last time out, so that's another point that Ricciardo failed to make up. So still 28 points between. So I thought this would be a good time, because the video is so short, to go through the pit crew really quickly. So I go through week to week, obviously get a bunch of pit crew you can choose to hire. I'm not going to hire any of these because I need at least a 20 rating in something to even consider hiring them, but we got a pretty good pit crew here. And then whenever I remember, I go through and renew every contract. So right now there's 5 races, so we are cutting a little bit fine. And obviously I look at their stamina. I've been forgetting to remove fatigued crew these last couple of races. That's why some mistakes have crept in. Usually I'm pretty good with the pit crew because I obviously get notifications about it. But yeah, I've been slacking a little bit recently. So we'll try and remember, because it is quite detrimental not having a good pit crew. But we're going to go, this guy's got full stamina. So usually I like 20, 20, 20. But you know, that'll do for now because I've sort of broken the stamina a little bit. Just some sort of interesting points while I got a bit of time here. We've got the worst sponsors on the grid, which isn't fantastic, to be honest. You know, we like to have good sponsors. To be honest, we just chose the ones with the most money. But we are actually losing Bloodstone in the next race, which is interesting more than anything. I was going to build the whole livery around that. Lucky I didn't, because we're losing them. But Monster Energy doesn't have too long left as well. So, you know, it's an interesting point. Hopefully we get some better sponsors next round. Our marketability is up right up to 95%. Of course, all these races we have quite marketable drivers as well. More Ricciardo than Norris, apparently. I mean, we've got the best drivers on the grid, let's be real. And this lineup trumps any other team lineup. But that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's been a bit of a different one because the race was so short. I thought we'd go into some more sort of background stuff. But if you've enjoyed it and you're enjoying the series so far, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing if you're not already. Also leave any thoughts, feedback, suggestions down in the comments below. And I will see you in the next one.